this is what being a bartender taught me about women. Quick backstory, I've been a bartender here in LA for about 4 years now. Anything from nightclubs to just regular cocktail lounges, regular bars, just any type of bar scene that you can think of, even like strip clubs. Yeah, I've been a bartender for about 4 years. So number one, women respond to confidence. The other side of this coin is that women don't like nice guys. I'd see at the bar all the time that the guys would come leading with their wallets, buying girls drinks and stuff, whatever. And you know what would happen when those guys would like go to the bathroom, or basically they would just like, I don't know, walk away for a little bit? The women would normally just clown them because they knew that these guys, since they were leading with their wallets, were actually simps, thinking that oh, if I buy this girl a drink, maybe she'll like me, maybe she'll give me a chance. And that's not the case. A lot of times, if you lead with your wallet, you instantly kind of devalue yourself. And again, this is in like a bar, like nightlife type environment. So again, these women aren't really like, you know, the super wifey type anyways, but it's almost like it's like a social thing of like, okay, this guy buys me a drink, I immediately have something over him. And the flip side of this is that women do respond to confidence. I would see a lot of times the guys that came to the bar that weren't buying girls drinks, they were just doing their own thing. You might roll up with your own crew, you have your own friend group, you guys are like, you know, you have your own swag and everything, you're not really worried about women. But whenever these guys would interact with women, they would come, I wouldn't say super strong, but just confidence. It would shine from their demeanor, how they spoke. They would keep really good eye contact. If they shook hands, they would like have like a really like, you know, like one of those like sensual handshakes that you do with women. It's not like a handshake like, you know, when you shake a guy's hand, it's like really strong and firm, but like when you shake like a girl's hand, you do it like really soft, and you kind of like hold it for like longer than you're supposed to, and like when you let go, you kind of like, you know, drag their feet. The real ones know what I'm talking about. They would do it like that, and women like things like that because it shows that like, okay, this guy isn't a rook. He doesn't have a hard time getting women. He probably already knows his game better than I do even. So number one is just that you have to like be really confident, because especially in like the nightlife bar scene, that's what women look for. They don't look for like simps that are trying to buy them drinks and then thinking just because they bought them drinks or bought her and her homegirls a bunch of shots that like you have a chance with them, because that's not the case. Number two, women like the same thing. So the funny thing about being a bartender, I remember this one bar that I worked at for a long time in downtown LA. It was a really popular one. We would have people like Floyd Mayweather would come in, freaking a lot of like NBA, like Lakers players would come in, and it was a spot that people would just come and like hang out at. I remember seeing Drewski in there one time, and yeah, the thing about this spot especially was that not only do like the women that were sitting at the bar like the same thing, even a lot of my coworkers, I was like one of the only male bartenders there, and they would make sure that they would hire just like really bad like females. They would hire really bad chicks to bartend, and even the women behind the bar, I noticed that all the girls liked the same type of guy. A certain type of guy would come in, and it was a very, very distinct archetype. It'd be a guy that had a good body physique, so you could tell that he went to the gym. You know, his muscles popped through his shirt. You could see like his tricep, his bicep. He had like really like nice shoulders and arms. Women love arms, by the way. And along with physique, he had some height to him. I'm sorry, but the height pill is real. Like being 6 foot and above is a cheat code. And this is coming from somebody who's 5'10", but you can still do it if you're not 6 foot, but the height is a big part of it. He would have a good haircut. That's part of the archetype as well. Just make sure you have like a fresh lineup, a haircut that like a style that fits your face properly. And then he would have like a really nice fit on. So with keeping up with the trends, whatever your style is, if it's more like, again, like fitted shirts like this, or if it's kind of more of like the baggy style that's like popular right now, like the little, like kind of like streetwear look, but like if you can like rock it well, again, with whatever your body type is, that was like the main male archetype. So women, they all like the same type of guy. As men, we see women and we're like, oh, okay, like she's cool, or yeah, she'll do. And a lot of times men will like a lot of different types of women, but women only really like one type of guy. It's like the Chad or Tyrone analogy that you guys all know about. You have to be tall, strong, good fit, good haircut, because what do these things show? These things show that like, okay, first off, you're really well put together. Second off, if you have like a good haircut, like a nice watch on, your clothes are nice, it's like, okay, well, you probably have some money as well too. And again, in a nightlife environment, these shows of like, these kind of like shows of like status or wealth, whatever you want to call them, they're really all that people have to go off of. So Yeah, that's the second thing I learned from working at bars, being a bartender, is that women all like the same type of guy. So it's really not that hard when you think about it too. Just find out which archetype like fits for whatever you look like. For me, you know, since I'm like black, young, fit, my archetype would be somebody like Michael B. Jordan or Austin Dunham, the YouTuber, or, you know, just like, you know, that kind of like black male archetype. So whatever it is for you, if you're like white or whatever, it could be like, I don't know, Channing Tatum or whoever like kind of looks like your body type. I would say model basically what your look after them, because women do like, especially like the celebrity culture. So if you can kind of get closer to that archetype that's similar to you, it'll work really well for you. And then number 3, what working at a bar, being a bartender showed me about women is that women, of course you guys should know this already, but women have way more options than men. So along with this, it means that they have way more options to step out, way more options to cheat. What happens when you think, oh, a pretty young woman comes to a bar, she sits down? I promise you, within 30 minutes, sometimes even less, like within 5 or 10 minutes, but at max within 30 minutes, some guy at the bar is gonna go over and start talking to her. When have you as a male gone to a bar and you sat there and a beautiful young lady has come over to talk to you? It probably rhymes with hero. 0. It doesn't really happen to young men. So women, they have a lot more options, and because of this, that just means that their options are open. Now, whether that's like, okay, they have the option to cheat or they have the option to sleep around more, that's really up to the discretion of the individual, and I'm not here to like, you know, judge or anything, but you gotta know that like, not even being a young woman, women of any age I've seen have come to the bar, and some guy's gonna go over to her and start talking to her. He's gonna probably buy her a drink and try to get her number. So yeah, it's just important to know this, because I think also if you are kind of trying to go to the bar scene and the nightlife scene thinking that like, I don't know, you want to find somebody, again, it's kind of hard to be social nowadays, and if you don't want to do the whole dating apps thing, where can you meet women? It's kind of hard to go up to people like, you know, at the library or at a coffee shop. Like, you could try to do cold approach day game, but that doesn't really work as well. But no, if you go into this nightlife environment, whether that be clubs or bars, that girl has probably been approached 10 times before you came up to her, and she's gonna get approached probably 10 more times afterwards. So again, I'm not judging or anything. I've seen it over the years, and I'm just kind of relaying the information to you guys. So do with it what you want, but know that these women, especially when they go out, they get all dolled up. Of course they're gonna get attention. Like that's really like what it's all for, you know? So just keep that in mind, guys. Comment down below if you guys want more videos about this, because I don't really make too many bartending videos, but I have a lot of insights from working bars. If you did like today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell, because I post videos like this every single day. And if this video did strike your interest, I have a video actually teaching you how to become a bartender over here. I love you guys, and I'll speak with you soon. I'll see you tomorrow.